So, hello and welcome. I am Tiklo. I'm going to be your host for today. I'm going to be casting a game that was between the Radiant and the Dire that was played about 21 hours ago on EU West, so US East. My bad, sorry, I've had a long day and it's tiring, so yeah, let's get straight into it. I hope you guys are going to like this. This is my interview for a website, or you could call it a service, so I hope you guys like this. Considering the draft, I'm just going to pause right here because this is not a live game. Right now we've got an offlane, probably an offlane Clockwork, a Marana that's going to be roaming, a Death Prophet that's going to go mid, a safe lane Void, and this leaves a very flexible position for a support. On the other hand, on the Radiant side, where there is a Silencer, a Slark, an Ember Spirit, and Juggernaut, my guess is that Ember Spirit is going to be going mid, which would probably be my guess that the Radiant is probably going to be going dual lanes. Why is this? Because Silencer does synergize pretty well with other carries such as Juggernaut and Slug, since you can easily just drain their mana with the curse and then just nuke them down. But the fact that they're going to be running dual lanes against the roaming Marana is kind of worrying. Maybe it'll turn out well, we'll see. It will all depend on how the early game works. The fact that there is a Clockwork though on the Dire side does give a ton of combos to the Dire to be able to try and pull off, such as the Death Prophet with her ultimate and just simply, the cogs into ultimate, or simply the Marana arrow. So the cogs into Marana arrow is going to be very efficient this game, and we'll see if they are able to pull that off. The thing is, bear this in mind, this is a pub game, so please do not criticize, and yeah, that's basically, there's probably no communication, or very little communication between the players, so at this stage of the game. So we're going to be waiting for the last two picks. Right now it is, I don't know whose turn it is to pick.
Lion.
It's going to be a Lion pick for the Dire, so Lion's probably going to be babysitting the Faceless Void, which is very good. So on the Dire side, wait, why is this so zoomed in? Whoa, that is...
It's
okay.
time then. Prepare yourself.
Anyhow, so we are going to have a safe lane Void with a easy Lion. Lion getting the courier, a bunch of an iron branch and doesn't seem to know what he's going for. Death Prophet didn't get any items yet. Clockwork standard Clockwork offlane build. And everything seems to be normal there. No wards coming out from the ward from the Dire though. Oh wait, does Marana here does have a couple of wards, so she's probably going to be going to block the camp. This Skywrath is absolutely really annoying. Okay, so the Skywrath does have also a ward, so he's probably going to try and drop that one. Oh, Marana cheeky plays here. She might get caught out. No, she just goes towards the pull camp and just goes
until we are tested by
back
combat.
to the off lane. Is this going to be a roaming Marana or a dual lane with the Clockwork? I am not too sure. There is a ward that's dropped down and staying a ward spot from the Radiant, and the Skywrath is just going to be waiting at this rune spawn. He is going to give a little bit of harass to the Clockwork, but the Sail Shield doing a lot of work for Clockwork there, blocking a ton of range damage.
It begins.
There's an area that's going to fly out, not going to connect, and Clockwork is just going to take that illusion rune and walk back to safety. Slug does take the bounty room top and just heads his way back to the offlane. Looks like it's going to be a tri-lane bottom actually, with the Silencer. Silencer is trying to deal with those illusions, and yeah, Silencer does not take any points in anything yet. The Juggernaut neither. Juggernaut does have 8 tangos though, so looks like he's expecting to take a lot of damage from the offlane Clockwork, which is pretty odd to be honest. He should have not done that honestly. That is an odd build. Considering last hits, no one has had any CS so far. Slark, bit out of position there, is going to get hexed, arrow is going to connect, and there's going to be first blood going towards the Void. Void does not get level 2, he does also level time lock over the time lapse, but that did give him first blood with the extra lockdown on the Slark. Slark does walk his way back because he just gets his PMS, so he cannot buy TP, and it seems like Ember Spirit's not having too much of a problem in this mid lane. Ember Spirit is, keeping face up with this Death Prophet. Arrow does fly out, does not connect on the Ember Spirit, and that's going to be the end of the rotation from the Marana. Marana is being extremely active this game. This is like the third arrow in this entire game, in this 1 minute and 24 minute game yet so far. So yeah, Clockwork does have no vision on the lane, but on the jungle, but feels pretty confident about himself. Since the fact that he knows that his Marana is in their jungle. Marana is trying to look for an area opportunity on the mid lane, but might run into some trouble here. Skywrath is coming towards her, does see that right click's going off. Skywrath does use Arcane Bolt. Skywrath also has a cell, and this might be, this is an Ember rotation right now. There is no lead. This might turn out disastrous here. Silence is going to come, use Curse, use the nuke, and that's going to be the end of the Marana. The Ember will not get any gold from that, and that's a pretty bad rotation from Ember right there, but hey, the Silencer does pick up a kill, does get boots, and he does have also a double damage. There is a bounty rune top, but Death Prophet's just sitting there at level 4. Bounty's still level 3, dual build. This is going to be a pretty big problem for top lane, and Juggernaut simply just picks up that kill on the bottom lane on the Clockwork. Clockwork not being able to escape with the, not even using COS, I don't think. No, I don't think he used COS. There is a flare that's thrown out straight up to bottom lane. I don't know what he's hoping to hit. Maybe maybe the Suns, but he didn't hit it. Okay, Death Prophet is rotating bottom. Slug does see that. Gets back. Slug very low. Did get boots. Courier is flying out. Flying Courier is already done, so that's pretty good. Bottle flying out for Ember. It's a pretty late bottle, to be honest, because it's a 3-minute bottle that's just really late. So let's hope that Ember doesn't fall too much behind, so that so it doesn't affect the game too much. Death Prophet still doesn't have boots, so I guess that you could say the Ember does have, in theory, a little bit more farm. I don't know. Ember does bottle up, Curse is thrown out, and no follow-up, so that's going to be it. Death Prophet is draining all her mana though. She is still level 4. Ember is the same level as her, same amount of XP, so that's pretty odd. And Clockwork just sitting there and trying to get as much farm as he can. The Juggernaut did pick up a Bringer Health, which might mean he's going for Battle Fury, which is not uncommon on Juggernaut. But I mean, it's probably not the best item in this situation, since there is a Juggernaut, there is a Clockwork on the enemy team. There is a Marana that's going to get caught out by the Ember Spirit, but in the meantime, Faces Void does manage to pick up Silencer. Faces Void is silenced, he will not be able to live away, and that will be a kill on the Faces Void. That backtrack though, doing a ton of work. Only 1 point in backtrack, but damn, he avoided a lot of... Yeah, he did avoid. Did use Timeless though to get the kill on the Silencer. Sorry, I'm half asleep today, so yeah, there was a treat switch as well. Arrow does fly out, does not connect on anything, and mana gets completely drained from Slug. Actually, no, mana gets drained. Slug did pick up an Orb of Venom, which probably means he's going straight up versus Skadi, which is, honestly, it's going to be a good item in this scenario, because these heroes right now, he's going to be able to slow the Death Prophet, which with her passive Ridgecraft is, really fast. There's also going to be the Silent Marana, which gives extra movement speed, and it's just extra ton of stats and extra extra stats, extra damage, and just the general slow. It's a really strong item on Slug. The Death Prophet is diving pretty deep, which might be a bad idea, considering, she just missed her Q, and Clockwork is coming to the rescue. The Ember Spirit does decide to back off. There is the Death Prophet sticking around, but nah, she's probably just going to decide to go back. Clockwork does miss his cogs. There is a Death Prophet that almost died there because of the Silencer Curse and the Silence, but she just used her Q and just walked away. Marana is rotating into the mid lane. There is a Silencer and a Skywrath Mage Maze, so she might get a pick off her. No, she just decides to back off and walk out safely. She is level 3 and she has taken a point in Starstorm, which is pretty odd. If you're going roaming Marana, you would usually try and take a point in Leap as well as a point in Arrow, another point in Arrow, to be able to get that extra arrow, stun duration, and damage. Death Prophet does TP back to mid, and Marana is still with the invisibility burn, just going around and scouting out the silencer.
Dire's bottom
Silencer
tower
is
is under
level 4
attack.
and does have 4 ints, so that's okay. That's not great, but it's okay. Morale is looking for the arrow opportunity. Sorry, excuse me, I'm really tired. Ember Spirit does throw a Revenant, does feel something coming, and just walks right by the Marauder. That might be a problem. Arrow does fly up, connects on the guy, on the Ember Spirit. Right clicks come out, the Q, and Ember doesn't go far enough. Oh, is that going to be enough? Yes, that's going to be enough for him to walk away. He does use this bottle, does use the Flame Gun as well, and does put a Remnant back as well. I thought he was going to initiate there for a second, think I was swarming. Anyway, Marana does not grab the rune and just walks back to mid lane, trying to get a hook opportunity. Hook. Arrow, I'm sorry. Omnislash is up on the Juggernaut if they really need it. He does have Perseverance. And Hookshot is not up on the Clockwork. There you go, he just got it. Just got Hookshot. So there might be some rotations coming from the Clockwork right now. This would be a crucial moment right now. Level 6 of Clockwork, that is pretty important. On the other hand, looking at Faces Void, you know, here arrow did fly out, did not hit Slug. But looking at the Faces Void, you know, he's having steady farm. Looking at the last hits, you know, it's pretty steady. I mean, the Faces Void, the die is definitely getting quite a bit more farm in total. Let's just look at the net worth right now. Yeah, the net worth. Looking at net worth,
Radiant's top tower has been attacked.
It's definitely Faces Void, Death Prophet, slightly behind Ember, but I mean, you know, the offlaner is doing better in this case, but their supports are, the supporters of Dire are slightly behind as well, so it is pretty much of an equal trade right now. It's pretty equal. Look at the XP graphs as well. I mean, it's not, right, my graphs. Look at the gold graph as well, it's favored the Dire, but not by much, but like 750. Slark does get picked off, he does use his ulti, he does use the Purge, the Curse does fire, and that's a kill on the line. The Void does get cursed, but he just leaps away. There is a reinitiation from the Ember though, and looks like he's going to come in for this kill. Oh man, Faces Void of 6 HP, is he going to get the kill? Is he actually going to get the hill? Oh my god, Mask of Madness just got delivered right there. That was a very lucky or very fortunate move from Faces Void, but right now Slug does get caught out. He does not have enough mana for pounce, and that will be the end of the Slug, but the Hookshot was committed. Oh man, Hookshot does connect on the Silencer. That is a kill for the Clockwork, another kill. Clockwork is now level 7 and Slug is only level 6, which is slightly behind in XP. Looking at the XP graph, it's actually not that bad, to be honest. It's almost really close to 0. It's really pretty even up till now. There is a 1,500 gold league, but that really isn't much. That's practically even.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Honestly, right now, the farm-wise, everything is even. Tower-wise, everything is also even. The only thing is that the Radiant need to really worry about this Faces Void right now. This Faces Void is getting free farm. Juggernaut is getting free farm. Juggernaut could get his Claymore, my bad. He does have his Perseverance. He does not have enough mana for... Yeah, he's going to get enough mana for his Omnislash right now, so he feels safe. Does have his Claymore, almost does have his Battle Fury. It's probably going to be a 13-minute Battle Fury as well, so that's pretty good, honestly. That's really good, should I say so myself. There is a gank going. They did connect with the arrow. The Hookshot did miss though, and there is a stun. There is going to be the pulse, and that's going to be the end of the Juggernaut. So Clockwork will get the kill. But then Skyrock does get put out, Musket Minus does get popped, and the Bashes, that is RNG, that crazy RNG. The Faces Void is maxing out Time Lock, did not take a second point in backtrack, so that might come to bite him in the ass later, but you know, for a while it just did wonders. He just got a triple bash on the Skyride, so yeah, if I'm correct, he did get a triple bash, right?
Radiant structures are fortified.
That's interesting. It doesn't show the passives in the fighting. That's pretty interesting, to be honest. I haven't casted games in a long time, so this is all pretty new to me, you know. But yeah, so the bottom tower will fall for 2-1. They did fortify, I believe. They did. And yeah, Void is just jungling away in the Radiant jungle. Now there is a definite dire gold advantage. There is credit that's going to be used, arrow is going to connect, and this Skyrock is going to die again to the void. There is a double TP, there is the silencer and the slug that are going to walk in. And flame count is used from the Ember, but he's still taking huge amounts of right clicks. The pounce does miss, and yeah, the nuke was used as well, so that Mirana was just escaped. That could have turned out really bad for the Mirana as well. This Ember Spirit is definitely falling behind. He only has phase boots and nowhere near drums right now, and this is the 12-minute mark. This is not turning out well at all for Ember Spirit right now. He will find a bounty rune top, but is that really worth sacrificing the farm? He's so behind and it's just no good. The Lion does have his Tranquils, so that's pretty good. And I mean, Void's farming away, got in a late Aquila, but always Aquila's always good. Extra agility, extra damage, and extra armor for, you know, allies and creeps when pushing, so that's going to be definitely a great item. Drums is picked up from the Death Prophet, and there's going to be also a smoke picked up on the Skyrath, so there you go, smoke is getting delivered. I think they're probably going to be looking for a 4-man smoke. Arrow does fly out, does not connect on the Ember Spirit. That was very narrow, great dodge from Ember Spirit there. And the Skyrath does have a wand as well as wards and smoke now, so let's see if they can make anything happen. There is a dire ward right here, which is pretty good. They get to see all of the high ground, and then there is a kill for top on the Slark again on the offlane, and the tower does fall as well, so that's going to be pretty bad. Mirana does get in position to try and get an arrow off. Waiting, and does shoot an arrow, but it does connect on the Skyrath. No follow up though. Mirana completely out of position, does use her Starfall, and the hook connects. That is absolutely amazing. Cogs, and that is a dead silencer. Now the question is, are they going to follow up on Ember, because Ember does not have enough mana to be able to have any sort of follow up. He does be able to TP, and there is an Omni Slash available. There we go, that's the Omni Slash used, and Ember just goes back straight up. Now, the thing is that Lion was, if you looked at the minimap actually, Lion had to go all the way here because he was farming top lane. Faceless 4 just went straight back to the jungle because he just, you know, didn't want to sacrifice his farm because he knows that he's ahead. And then everyone else did rotate, so that actually went in favour of the Radiant because there was no... If the Lion had... I don't think the Lion is even carrying a TP. Yeah, he is. If the Lion had TP'd and gone straight up to the fight, which would have been here, right, there would have been a lot less casualties on the side of the Dire. Lion is dying though, and he will probably end up dying to the Slark. Does salve up, Slark does use ulti as well. Pounces off cooldown. He does use the Purge, does pounce past us connect, and that will be a kill for the Slark. Yeah, that's I think it's his first kill as well. No, that's a third kill, my bad. So yeah, there is going to be a 3-man mid. There is not going to be a ulti from the Death Prophet. Yeah, there wasn't. Or there was? No, there wasn't, my bad. That was in the last team fight. And yeah, they're going to take their tier 1 mid, and easy. That was just easy. Ember Spirit pretty casually just farming mid. It still does not have drums, it's just saving their gold. He does have 1,200 gold available. He could get drums, but he does have the braces, so that would be pretty good, but I mean, it would be a pretty good item on his team right now. Juggernaut does have Battle Fury, so that's pretty good. And yeah, the Skyrath is smoked, so that's pretty good. There is a smoke going their way, so it is a solo smoke as well, so wonder what that's going to happen with. Marana is top, so there's no arrow opportunities. Are they going to 5-man this mid tower? That would be really interesting if they did, especially with a solo smoke. Oh yeah, no, he got revealed. So there is a Death Prophet ultimate available. Ultimate Prophet does get popped, and she will fall. There is a dust pop, and the Ember Spirit just comes and finishes off the Death Prophet. The Marana does use her Starfall, and she doesn't have enough mana for an arrow, but if she used wand, she would. Wand, oh, arrow, Chronosphere does pop. That's a kill on Juggernaut. That is a great kill. That was the safe laner. Arrow does fly out.
Coming in.
Does not connect, and that will be the end of the team fight. There will be a 2-for-1 trade on the side of the Dire, so yeah, that is pretty interesting. To be honest, right now, the Dire are taking pretty bad trades. Like, if you look at the team net worth, right,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
the graphs are showing that there was a spike, and then it just went back down because they're just taking unnecessary fights, and this Clockwork just going in, popping Blade Mail. He does have a homing of health, so he could use, a Vanguard right now, maybe build it into a Crimson Guard. Vasis Void does choose to TP out, and the Juggernaut just goes in and says, no you don't, and just Omni-Slash them, so yeah, that's a very, very dead Void. He didn't have enough mana for anything though, so I mean, Chrono Sphere was down, he did have a TP, I guess he could have Time Walked, but he didn't have the mana for that either, so I mean, Death Prophet is struggling with their Q, and yeah, it looks like it's just a sit back and farm party for the Dire, so yeah, they're just gonna sit there and try and get those core items. The Ember Spirit does have 2,000 gold and still has not got drums, so maybe he's probably going for another item. Arrow does fly, does not connect on anything. Slug also jungling. There is a regen rune bottom, so that's that someone's gonna grab that sometime, I hope. The new room system is pretty, I don't know, I don't really enjoy it. The fact that runes get replaced because the other one doesn't spawn, on the other location. Anyway, Arrow does fly out, does see the remnant, but doesn't connect.
I'll take that.
And yeah, Silence is just gonna keep farming mid lane. The regen rune will be taken by the Slark, I think. Yeah, it did. Did it? I did, right? I'm not sure. No, it didn't. He killed Faceless Void. My bad. That's a bad trade right there. Faceless Void dying, that there is no good. The Clockwork is French as well. It's pretty crazy. Seul pour toujours in French, it means alone forever. So yeah, there you go. Flare does fly out, does connect to mid lane, I think. Yes, it does. And he sees that the Silencer has a point booster, which means he's probably going straight up for an Aghanim. So that would be pretty interesting. There is 2 kills top. There's a 2 for nail trade. The Ember Spirit does get the line, and the Faceless Void does again to the Slug, which is really, really bad. Slug getting nowhere, going pretty. Actually, Slug was straight up for a blink. That's an interesting pick off right there. The Slug is getting destroyed though by the Death Prophet ultimate, but it seems that this guy's just gonna think to back off. And the Slug does go back in with the powers, does choose to commit, and will die for it. On the other hand, Ember does the wise choice and just chooses to back off. On the other hand, there is a Silencer that uses the curse and everything. Does kill the Death Prophet. And I mean, yeah, Juggernaut does get the kill on Clockwork as well, bottom lane, so that's going to be a pretty big situation right now. The Mirana does die to the curse, so it's pretty frustrating. Honestly, if I were to die, I'd be pretty frustrated right now. XP wise, Radiant, Sky High, going back in there forever. There was a spike down, but now it's just going straight up for the Dire, for the Radiant. And then the gold is basically almost equal because the Dire is not taking good trades in good fights right now. On the other hand, the Lion Finger of Death was used to be able to kill the Silencer, and yeah, there's a bounty rune top, and there's going to be a regen rune that's going to be used from the, from the guy with wings, the Skyrath Mage, right, that one. But oh god, the bashes, the RNG today is just so much powerful in this Void. The Skyrath Mage seeing his friend literally destroyed, chooses wisely to back off. And yeah, he does have a bottle, so he does have that bottled regen rune. Void does jump in, chooses to commit, does get the chrono, and just gets the bashes off every single. How many bashes? I'm actually interested how many bashes there was. That was Faceless Void, use power treat. Yeah, he treat switched, I know. But Attacker, Faceless Void. I'm honestly interested right now because these bashes is completely crazy. Skyrath Mage, refresh. Okay. So he hit once. Wow, okay. He only hit time lock once. That's weird. I would have sworn he hit it more than once. Anyhow, not the point. The Void does get the kill, and he is going for a Mithril Hammer, which means I don't know what he's going for. He does have a Mask of Madness. What is it? That would be, if you're going for a Desolator, that would be really weird, because, you know, the Desolator and the Mjolnir are both two different unique attack modifiers, which means that they do not stack, which would be really odd. On the other hand, the Slark still has a blink, does have dust, and yeah, it's just chilling, does have 1,000 gold in the bank, and yeah. On the other hand, let's just look at last hits right now. Yeah, that's definitely Jug's favour. Jug does have negatives as well now, so there you go. That's going to be a very, 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 very scary Juggernaut. There is a Purge that's used on the mid lane with the Slark, and yeah, the Marauder just leaps back to safety. Ember Spirit does put a Remnant down at the back in case someone engages on him and just sits back and farms the jungle. He does know he gets scouted out by this rocket, but you know, just doesn't really care about it. Does TP back and does have a Remnant, so you know, he can just jump back. That's the pretty good thing about an Ember, is that even if you're back behind on farm, you can literally just go back and TP and then just go run back with the ultimate. So it's pretty damn useful. Sorry, I'm really tired today. Anyhow, not the point. The Ember Spirit seems to be going straight up for a Battle Fury. Not seems, will. The Slark in the meantime does get caught up top, does get size, and Finger of Death will be committed to be able to kill this Slark. So yeah, Slark does die, and there is a Yul's Scepter on the Death Prophet anyway, so she could have used that. There's probably going to be a Negatives or a Blink going towards the Lions, so you know, that's pretty decent from their part. And then on the other hand, there's Faces Forward, which is still farming. What does he have on a courier? Because
it looks like they're going after Dire's middle tower.
He has a BKB. Oh wow. Okay. The Void went just straight up for a BKB, so he's taking no chances. Doesn't want the pounce. Doesn't want any of their Global Silence. And I don't think Global Silence was even cast once this game, to be honest. No, it wasn't. The Silencer is going Aghanim's though, so that's weird, honestly. Should be getting refreshes right now. Or actually no, Aghanim's is a good choice, I guess, to 7-second on level 6. It's a 6-second on level 1. No, 5-second on level 1, my bad. Anyway, Juggernaut does decide to blow it back off. He does pop the ward, so that's going to make it really hard for Faces Forward. Faces Forward does pop a PKB, and then there is the Juggernaut ulti with the Aghanim's, and that's where the Juggernaut ulti comes in hand. There is going to be a kill from the Ember and from the Juggernaut, and yeah, that's where the Aghanim's comes into play. That hurts a lot. Juggernaut is level 17 as well. That's absolutely crazy. Wait. He's he's 2 levels about their carry. That's huge. Juggernaut does have a level 3 Omni Slash though. It deals a total of like 200, and yeah, if you take 200, you multiply it by 12, you get about maybe, I don't know, 12 jumps. If it's on a single target, it would deal. I'm sorry, math was never my strong suit. 12 times 2, 6 to 24, 2,400 damage. So, pretty interesting that the fact that he's already kept so far. The arrow does not connect because the Ember was smart enough to use a Silent Fist. And yeah, the Death Prophet does come in, and the Ember Spirit does just zip back to safety. It's a pretty even game up till now, honestly. I really like the Ember Spirit. Oh my god. Ember Spirit has played a lot of Ember Spirit. That's crazy. Anyway. There is just Void just farming away. And yeah, it's just gonna be a farming contest right now. It's pretty boring, and I mean, it's what is necessary for the game right now, because Juggernaut is gonna be building for a Moonlight Shadow's been used. Moonlight Shadow's been used. Juggernaut knows they're up to something. Juggernaut knows that they're up to something. He's trying to hide in the trees, and that's when the Void finds him. The grenade pops, the arrow flies out. There is a stun, and that is going to be the end of the Juggernaut.
Another put down.
Mirana will get the kill though, it won't be the Void, so there you go. But the point is that the Juggernaut doesn't really care at this point. The Juggernaut is level 18, which is 2 level above their carry of the enemy team. He also has a Eagle's Lung, which is 25% agility, or 25 agility, not 25%. And then that means that he is building towards a Butterfly, which means that there is going to be severe issues for Void, and unless he built MKB, which would be not that, I guess it's a good item on Void right now, but you know, it's annoying. And the thing is that this Juggernaut maybe should have built MKB to avoid the, you know, the backtrack, but honestly, I don't know. It's right now, these item builds are very situational, and yeah. Slark looks like he's going to be also building a BKB, so it doesn't even look like he's going to be building Scotty right now. He doesn't even, yeah, it's nowhere near Scotty. He's still got his Orb of Venom though, so that's pretty sweet, but you know, there's nothing else right now. There's just a Blink and a Dorgas Club, and Trent has switched on Intelligence, so I wonder why he's doing that. He doesn't really require the mana. But yeah. On the other hand, there will be a hookshot to mid, and there's a silencer that died. On the other hand, there is a reinitiation from the Ember Spirit. The also did does pop, and that's the Death Prophet ult, but the Ember Spirit just expects the safety. And there is a pause from the Faceless Void. Nope, Verona resumed the game, okay. So there is an ulti that comes up from the Skyraft. That's going to be an almost dead Death Prophet, but yeah, the arrow does fly out, does not connect, and Death Prophet is just going to go back in. This is only halfway through, so yeah, there you go, that was the problem. That was going to say. The Death Prophet ult was only on halfway through, so she could not regen from the Death Prophet ult. And Mirana's playing a dangerous game with Juggernaut right now. Juggernaut is probably looking to push this tier 1 tower. The Mirana does miss her arrow, okay. So, and Juggernaut just shoots the TP out back to bottom and just push the sign out. Juggernaut right now, way on top of his farm, and that is a huge item coming out from the silencer right now. There is a level 2 global silence. It's a 6-second silence on the entire map. That is huge. The Juggernaut will run away while seeing the Void, and just Void will just run off and TP out. And it's just going to be more farming. What do they have on the courier? The Void is going to go to Secret Shop, so I'm guessing he's also going to go Butterfly, which is really annoying, because it's going to be RNG battles. Nope, no, he's not. No, my bad. He's going to go me on here. But yeah, this Butterfly pickup from this Juggernaut is literally going to be RNG battles, because Void does have his backcheck and his timeline, and then there's the Butterfly from the, you know, from the Juggernaut. So that's just, yeah. Moonlight Shadow is used, and Void is probably just use this time walk to be able to take that opportunity and try and get a pick off. Is there an Orchid on the enemy team? I swear, honest to God, I heard an Orchid. Oh, there is a 3-man smoke from the enemy team, from the Radiant. They do get revealed, they do see who it is, and Corona is popped. Then, oh my god, the bashes. There is a double kill for Faceless Void. Actually, no, not even that. The Clockwork did take the kill with the flares, so yeah. The Faceless Void does use BKB and just walks out of safety. In the meantime, there is a 2-for-1 trade on the Radiant side, so yeah. On the other hand, there is 246 last hits up on the Juggernaut, so that would be definitely scary from the Radiant. There is a Talisman, yeah, that's definitely, you know, definitely a Butterfly. So yeah, the Maelstrom is going to be built into a Mjolnir right now, and Faceless Void farming away and getting kills. 205 last hits on Faceless Void. Right now, Juggernaut and Faceless Void are right next to each other, so if Faceless Void somehow manages to find... No, okay. I really like the way that this Juggernaut is going around the map. He is going behind trees, and like he is crawling blading certain trees to be able to just surprise the enemy. So imagine Faceless Void was still farming on this camp, right? So Juggernaut would just walk straight here instead of walking around and like, you know, all their clumsy stuff. Like he just walks straight past, and it's pretty cool. That's the end of a butterfly for Juggernaut, so that's going to be a 30-minute butterfly, and as well as a Battlefield Arena Naganum, so that's going to be definitely painful for the Radiant, for the Dire, sorry, for the Dire. Juggernaut just uses, let's just his QNTP out to bottom, so, you know. He does not have a BKB, so it might be a problem. Oh yeah, there you go. Mirana has an orchid. I knew I hit an orchid. Anyway, there is a TP bottom from the line, and there is going to be maybe a hook opportunity. No, the guy goes back. Okay, that's good. There is the BKB that's finished on Slug now. It is a 10-second BKB, so yeah, that's going to be interesting. And then there's the Faceless Void who just go and just commits Chrono to it. He does take no chances, all of the stuns, all of the disables are used, and yeah, it's honestly just a chance to try and kill Void. The butterfly's not been paying off, honestly, and there's the same global science, but what really can you do at that point? Oh, there you go, that's what they're happening. They do initiate on the Clockwork. Clockwork does pick Crimson Guard and the Blade Mail, and makes him so tanky, but 2 dusts are popped. There is a dust from the Death Prophet that comes out. No, not even. That was a dust from the. Oh my god, BKB popped on the Death Prophet and just wiped from the surface. The Juggernaut does call good game. I don't know why. Yeah, just goes back to bottom to first push. So that's going to be the tier 1 mid that's going to fall, and that's just going to be, you know, simply more gold for the Radiant to snowball with. Right now there is a very slight gold advantage and a very slight XP advantage, and the Faceless Void does get the yeah, did he use Chrono? No, he didn't. I don't think he did. Yeah, nah, he didn't. He just to say was there is a blink online as well, so that's really useful. This blink is doing a ton of work. The fact that he's able to blink and you know, use their earth spike and all that disables is really great. There is the Skyrath ulti to use, and that almost kills the Void, but you know, Skyrath not over committing to their kill too much. Faceless Void is sitting in the trees waiting for an opportunity. Oh, does a single 2 bring up back to base. So yeah, it's still a farm fest for the Dire, and it's just gonna be, you know, just gonna be sit back and farm. Juggernaut in the meantime pushing these lanes. He does have almost 300 last hits, which is absolutely crazy considering we're only past the 33-minute mark, which is about 100 last hits per minute, which is absolutely crazy. I'm really fond of this courier, to be honest, the Baby Roshan. I've been seeing it quite a bit in my games lately, and it really is one of my favourite couriers in the entire game. Anyway, arrow does fly out. The Juggernaut is tipping. Oh, that was so damn close. That was dreadfully close. Yeah, it would have not done much, honestly, because there would have been no follow-up, but you know, it's good to waste that extra 100 gold. Not that it is much. It's not for Juggernaut right now. He just farms so fast that it's nothing. But just the fact that he can't TP for another minute it's pretty significant, honestly. There is a Chrono that's committed bottom lane, and Juggernaut does fall to the Faceless Void. So yeah, Faceless Void does have a Demon Edge, so he's probably going for a whatchamacallit, the crits. I got the crits. Finger of Death is used on the Silencer, so Silencer doesn't even use his ultimate. And yeah, it's gonna be. This is looking pretty grim for the Radiant, to be honest. The spike gone back to 0. The XP gone back to 0. The Orchid used on the Slark. Slark is gonna try and get this kill on the Mirana. Mirana is so damn low, and that's the Blinker bouncer, and she died. Literally shit day.
They've made a beeline for
And
Radiant's bottom
yeah,
tower.
so Exorcism is going to be popped with the tower
Radiant's bottom
bottom.
tower has
Then
fallen.
there's going to be the Arrow Spirit with a Slider Fist and a Searing Chains. And yeah, sorry, I'm doing this at like 11 o'clock at night, so I'm really fucking tired. So that's a problem. I should not be casting at 11 o'clock at night. That is definitely not the best idea. But nevertheless, there is a FKB on the Void, not the crits, and the Void does decide to go for Roche. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, RNG not on the side of the Faceless Void. He's been not hitting that many fishes, which is, I guess it's not unfortunate because honestly, like, I truly hate people that have like the RNG and everything, and you know, it's really annoying, honestly.
Seem to be at a loss.
35-55, remember me by the time. So, oh wait, now I can see it because I'm a caster around. There is a bounty rune, the Void just missed it narrowly, and yeah, global sites will be popped. I don't know why. Why did? Okay, that was weird. And BKB is popped from Void, so I honestly don't know what was it. So there is going to be a data list picked up on the Ember Spirit, so Ember Spirit is starting to hit pretty damn hard right now. He doesn't have a disallowed though, so that might be a minor slight problem. The Slug is going for a Scotty because he does have the ultimate orb, so that's going to be his next big item. Death Prophet, not that great of an item set, honestly. She's got a Heal Scepter, she's got her drums with no charges on it, she's got her BKB with only like a few seconds on it. Oh, actually no, she's not used it. 9-second BKB, that's pretty good. And yeah, Moonlight Shadow is used. There is a hook shot coming in from the, what's his name? Clockwork, and there's a jump in and the Void just destroys. There is a ultimate from the Skywrath, but Skywrath just ends up dying from the... Actually, never mind, Skywrath gets the kill, and Silence is the one that's gonna die. Yeah, Skywrath gets the kill. Skywrath does die though, so there you go. Death Prophet just eats through the Silence. The Silence only has 7 armor, so there you go. And then there's a Faceless Void going in and hunting for this Ember, and yeah, Ember does die, so... Oh my gosh, this would be so nerve-wracking. The Death Prophet does only have 9 armor as well, so that's pretty interesting. But
I'm afraid Radiant's middle tower is under
16 armor. Honestly, the right now 19 armor, 1 armor. Yeah, that's why the Skywrath melted so fast. 1 armor on the Skywrath. Honestly, right now there isn't that many, you know, armor tanky heroes, so. It's pretty disappointing, to be honest. It's 19 armor on the Juggernaut, and this butterfly is not doing that much work for the Juggernaut, to be honest. I feel like it could have been done better with all that. There you go, there's the block initiation, and that's a Finger of Death expanded. Then there's a Slug going in, 8 on the Lion, but Lion does have Ghost Scepter, so he manages to get the escape. Faceless Void does go in and try to save his teammate. Slug does use his ultimate, but gets really low. The Heal Scepter does come in, and that's gonna be a kill by Hex, and that's the right click just to finish him off. Dies bottom barrier, Radiant's bottom barrier will fall, and yeah, that's gonna be tier 3 mid as well, and they're probably gonna lose their Rex as well. That's probably gonna be another Rex.
Radiant's middle tower is fallen.
Honestly, right now, Void should get back because he's actually not never mind. He's got, I guess they can afford to expand this much.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Actually, yeah, I was gonna say he should kill himself. Oh, this is why he has Refresh Orb right now. That is definitely an interesting item pickup. The double chrono is going to be, if he uses it now, that's going to be absolutely detrimental to the enemy team. They don't know, so actually they do know.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There's a range creep just following Void around. So yeah, Radiant's top tower does fall because they're going for a 4-man push. Exorcism going to get popped, and they're going to be going to this siege minute on top. There's no close connects onto the silence, so there is a Scarlet Mage ulti use also, and then the Slug just goes in and tries to mop up everything. The Juggernaut is invisible, does use nothing, just right clicks on him, and the Void just goes in from behind and just destroys this, there you go, there's the chrono that comes in. That's a triple kill for the Juggernaut because he managed to somehow get his ultimate off. That is absolutely crazy how that reaction time just worked out for him right now. There was some split-second reaction time.
I'm afraid Radiant's middle tower is under
watch that
siege.
again, honestly, because that was. So the lead prophet goes in, the Juggernaut goes in, right clicks to death. There is the mopping up from the Void. Void does use Refresher Roll, goes in, jumps in, uses Chrono, and no, actually, never mind. The Echo is just completely doing work right now. That's crazy. Honestly, that is really, really crazy. The Echo is just doing so much work. 12 jumps, that's 2,400 damage, and Void only has, I don't see his max HP right now, but he doesn't have that much max HP, which kind of led him to die right there.
Middle tower is under attack.
Is that going to be his Scotty? No, it's going to be his OKB. There you go, that's an OKB for Juggernaut, so there's going to be no more RNG BS with the big trick.
I'm afraid Radiant's middle tower is under siege.
But yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There is going to be a Maelstrom picked up for the but I think it's honestly, the Maelstrom right now is useless for the Marana. The only reason why she took it was to be able to have wave clearing potential. Because the creeps right now are pretty damn tanky. They're like 600 HP, Rex are gone, you know, type thing. It's pretty tanky, and so I mean, you know, extra DPS with weakling. Oh my god, the hook disconnect. The ulti is not available because of the silence. BKB does get back from the Slug, and the Slug is going to try and kill the kill. Omnistation is popped. The Juggernaut and the Slug are so low, the ward gets used though, and the does die. Oh, that's a yes into that. That is something to Juggernaut. There's a stun that comes up, and that's a TP, and he's gonna manage to get out. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. In the meantime, there's an Ember Spirit that comes in. The Slug does green initiate, and yeah, it's actually turning this fight around. The Slug does have no mana, so yeah, just use to go and TP back. But there's definitely a win situation for the Dire right now, because you're gonna ask me why is there a win situation for the Dire, even though there was like a kill on the Clockwork, kill on the Mirana, because they managed to defend Rex. Like this tower right now is 177 HP because those two players died, so that is definitely worth it. Being able to keep this 2 Rex advantage, and to be able to keep that split push available is definitely 100% worth. You know, it's definitely 100%. All 100% worth it. It's priceless, to be honest, to have those extra Rex, and as soon as they get their top barracks, it's gonna be GG. The Marauder does get picked on, the blink initiation for the Slug, and does die, so that's gonna be straight off the Slug, just picking off the Marauder with no mercy. Marauder was dead as well previously, so that's pretty disappointing for Marauder, but hey, you know, this stuff does happen quite frequently. Especially when you got a blink on a Slug. I mean, it's so hard to dodge because he blinks like 1,200 plus. It's like 700 units. So it's like he just travels like 1,900 units out of nowhere. It's just painful. The Lion is looking for a pick off. Does pop the BKB and goes to get this guy off. That's perfect timing to be honest. Didn't get bashed or anything. So yeah, there is a silence though. There is a right click, arcane bulk. No, that will not be enough to finish the line, but yeah, the silencer will finish off the line with his Aghanims and his ultimate. The Void Chrono is used, double Chrono is used, and the Juggernaut's ultimate just wipes the Void and the Death Prophet. That is just absolutely crazy. There is a buyback from the Skyrock, and Void is Does Void have buyback? Yes, he does. But, I mean...
And Dire's top tower falls
yeah,
right in front of us.
Oh, there you go. There's a buyback from the Void. He knows that the Juggernaut ult is down for another 30 seconds, and
Dire's top tower is under attack.
the ultimate from the Potten is used, so but it won't be used really good.
Dire's middle tower
The middle barracks will be falling, and the Void does come in. There is the Orchid, and BKB on Slug will not be doing much. He does go in the TP, and he just walks away, honestly. That is pretty disappointing from the Void. But then again, you know, when you didn't have dust or anything on anyone, it's to be expected, I guess. But I don't know. Void is now 6 slotted, so you know he is not saving for buyback anymore. He did buyback, so this is going to be a split push straight down mid. So we'll see how that works out for them. Right now there is a no gold advantage. There's a slight gold advantage for the die, but it's just picking back, you know, towards Radiant, and then there's the XP, which is close to 0 as well. So it's a pretty even game, actually, to be honest, up till now. I mean, it's a tug of war back and forth. There is a smoke coming out from the Radiant. They do get uncovered. The Marama, again, out of position, does get put out and dies from the Ember Spirit. The Ember Spirit still got no farm. He does get chronoed, and yeah, that's a 2-man chrono. Finger of Death used. Lion does get the kill on the Slug, and bam, that's a Slug buyback. Void pauses the game. Arcane Bolt is used on Lion, and they look like they're going to try and walk out of there safely. The Jug does have his ultimate. The Juggernaut does use his Q, but looks like Lion is not getting out of there alive. And in all honesty, it just looks like the Radiant is going to try and do that 5-man death ball mid, and it's pretty risky right now, especially in their state. They don't have that much farm, and Ember, he's only got, you know, Chrysalis and Daedalus and Battle Fury. He's going to go for double Daedalus. And, yes, the Juggernaut's starting to flame. I don't know why. But yeah. There's going to be mid barracks going, and the backdoor protection doing a lot of work there, and the exorcism is going to be popped. There's going to be a BKB as well. BKB is only like a 4-second BKB now as well, so that's pretty, you know, pretty bad. The Void does just go and just destroys this Juggernaut. And then, yeah, the Slug also pounces in and also dies. And so now this is just going to be a straight up death ball down mid. Oh my god, the TP does get cancelled by the Clockwork. And, yeah, that's over. That's almost a full team wipe from the... That's almost a full team wipe. The... That's why it also has a refresher, so that's a refreshed exorcism. There was only a buyback on Silencer, so that's gonna be not very useful. And yeah, the Ember Spirit just preparing for the worst right now because he knows what's coming. He knows there's a 5-man death ball coming, and it's gonna hurt a lot. So yeah, it's gonna be right now. It's gonna be Second Exorcism is gonna be popped. They're gonna go straight for the second middle tower, and it's gonna be straight better for the throne right now. It's Exorcism is literally eating through the tower. The tower is 30 armor, and Exorcism doing a ton of work. And Hookshot does connect on the Ember Spirit. Cards are used, and he just goes in. Chrono, BKB, hitting the Ancient. Ancient is fortified. There is a Chrono, double Chrono. He gets the BKB off, and yeah, that's a dead on the Ember, and that's GG. That was a pretty even game all around because gold and experience-wise, honestly, there was, you know, very, very little difference during the entire game. Honestly, it all came down to taking those team fights. In the beginning, the Dire was clearly in front, and Dire clearly outdrafted the Radiant, but there was one slight problem with the Dire at the beginning was that, you know, they kept on taking fights that they shouldn't have took, and I think that was the problem in the early game, but as soon as the late game, you know, came along, the Void just kept on crushing them with the double chrono, and honestly, Refresher was a really great item on the Void to have. It was honestly a really great item to be able to have the double chrono available, and in the end, to have that second exorcism to be able to eat those towers. Honestly, probably a really great item choice from them. So yeah, that's the end of my cast. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys all later. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be doing more casts in the future. So yeah, stick around, and there you go. If you want me to cast your games, just send me a message, and I will cast your game. That's all there is to it. And if you want, you can also add me on Steam. My name is Tiklo, TIKLO_, and yeah, there you go. So I will talk to you guys all later. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, see you guys soon.